Guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is the first time that you're stopping by. My name's Casey and I go by Vanity Case Makeup across my socials, and I am a makeup obsessed woman. I'm also a recovering addict, and I basically focus on indie brands because those are my favorite. I love anything shiny, shifty, sparkly, multi-chromatic, colorful, just extra in general. That is all the things that I like. Oh, and spooky. So if any of that stuff piques your interest, then, you know, maybe you could subscribe. I would be very appreciative of that. So anyways, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me today, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to hop off camera and throw my brows on and pick some shinies. And mattes, of course, too, but pick some shadows to play with. So I'll be right back. Okay, back. My eyes are primed. I use the P. Louise closest to my brows in Rumor 2, and then the Juvia's Flakes Eye Prep Eye Prime in shade 1, which again, tip, always shake it really good before you squeeze it out because it does separate. But I use that on my lids. So I forgot to put tape. Or actually, I didn't put tape because I didn't know what kind of shape I wanted to do. But I think I'm just going to go with something easy because somehow I find myself, even on my days off, not having a lot of time to get ready before things. And tonight we're going to a meeting. I've been so broke this past couple weeks that I missed my meetings last week on my days off. So I definitely am happy to be going. So I kind of want to try to get there on time tonight, but likely won't happen because it never does. But anyway. Alright, so I picked a few palettes. Alright, yeah, don't know what color story I want to use. Not really sure, but we're going with, for the moment, the Unearthly Leather and Lace, which looks like this if you haven't seen it, which is a very colorful and neutral palette, depending on what you classify as what. Another Unearthly palette, which is a re-release that they just came out with again. I have the older version, but this is the Don't Be Jelly, and this is an all multi-chrome 9-pan, or multi and duochrome 9-pan. And let me kind of put it up to the light so you can kind of see the shifts. But trying to get a little more experienced with different ways to show shimmers and stuff like that, so I may not be, you know, extra professional, but I'm trying. Like, yeah, you can see how this shifts. Like, I think this one's purple right now when I'm looking at it, but then you put it down, it's blue. And then this one, same thing, very like bluey purple, and right now it's like a burgundy. This one's green when I look at it, and it's purple. Green. Same thing with the one in the middle. That one is burgundy, and when I'm seeing it here, and you can probably kind of see it, it's like an olive. So, and then I think the other ones here, I think these 1, 2, 3, 4 on the in the diamond are duochromes, and then the X is the multi-chromes. And then we may, and well, we probably are going to use the Michaela palette from Glamlite. This is the first version. I found it at TJ Maxx and I was very happy. But it looks like this. And I don't know what's going on. The glitter is like coming out. So hold please. I need to empty some of this glitter off of there because I don't know what the hell happened. But hopefully it doesn't get all over everything. This is this beauty, and I really, again, don't really know what I want to do, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, now I'm back on a Glamlite kick since they just, you know, released the new Michaela palette, which I really want. You know, don't have the money for it right now, but I want a lot of things and don't have the money for it. Unearthly's going to be releasing, I think, a re-promote of the Bunnies palette pretty soon, which I have also, and I'll probably be doing a look with that pretty soon. And hopefully some new stuff as far as palettes, but I know she is coming out with, I think on the 8th, 4 iridescent liquid highlighters that are beautiful. I would love to get my hands on them, but I just can't. We might even use some Terra Moons too, because they're coming out with some stuff on Friday, which I really want some of these Terra Moon shades. Like the summer solstice bundle is beyond beautiful. So anyway, we are gonna go in with the fluffy side of the ABH brushes that came from the palette. And so I decided to start with the Tequila palette, and I'm gonna go into this pink shade Iconic. And I'm gonna use my mirror because I feel like it's a little less awkward than the palette, and just make sure my primer isn't creased. And I'm gonna go in the front half of my crease. Like I said, I'm just doing something pretty simple. Just kind of, I packed it in and now I'm blending. And yeah, a little bit of fallout, but no big deal. That's why I do my eyes first. Very bright, nice and pigmented. Blending out the harsh edge. Just with that same brush. And yeah, looks good. And I'm kind of dragging it down a little bit just to get more of a soft blend up here, just because there's like no product left on my brush, or almost none, so I'm kind of just like pouncing and blending, and I'm a little uneven, but no big deal. We're gonna take a little bit more and pack it in there because I saw a little patch. And now to figure out what other colors we want to use. Do you want lighter or do I want darker? I think darker, so we're going to go in with Olive from the Leather and Lace palette. And I think I want a kind of round shape, even though I have the tape there. It still gives me the edge that I want, so even if I end up going round. And I'm just kind of packing that. Let's see if I can do this with this palette's smaller, so it's a little easier. I could put Vintage, which is the lighter olive. I could bridge the two with that. So I was just gonna blend it out kind of around the edge with it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just like not blend it too much. At least not with these colors. I'll find a different lighter color to use. Just trying to make it a little more seamless looking. No, you know what? We will use Vintage. So the lighter olive, and I'm gonna just put that right in there. Just touching the edge of the pink, and it's going to be a little muddy where they meet, but no big deal. As long as it just doesn't look like a harsh line, I'm cool with that. So feathering the edge there a little bit. I guess I could zoom in a little bit more so you guys can kind of see. Okay. I just feel like when I sit up all the way because I'm slouching over, it's gonna cut me out, but we'll try not to. So picking up a little more of the Vintage, just kind of packing it to blend and bridge. Blend and bridge. Did you guys see that the new Blend Buddy palette will probably be dropping pretty soon? I've been hearing about hints, and then Maggie, the owner of Blend Buddy, said something about palette 4 coming soon or something like that, which I haven't seen anything about it, so I don't know, but I know it will be bought no matter what it is, because there are no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We buy all Blend Buddy products in this house. I have a backup of blends for clients. Do makeup on other people, even though I really haven't. Like, I need money to put my kit together, and it's so hard to not use what little I have every couple weeks. Like, it's like so hard because like I need a lot all at once to buy multiple foundations. Like, I don't want to just buy one here and there and have it sit, and even though the product doesn't like expire or anything, it's just, I don't know, I just want to buy it all at once. Like, is that a crime? Like, so yeah, so I don't know when this video is going to go up, or even if this look's gonna work out. So, but we're just gonna assume that it does. So you'll be seeing it. So yeah, I thought I was getting a big break. I thought I was getting contacted by a digital magazine to do makeup on a photo shoot this month. And everything was all fine and dandy. I was corresponding back and forth with whom I thought was a digital editor or digital assistant or something. I don't freaking know, some digital bitch from the magazine. And everything was all fine and dandy, and I really thought I was getting my big break, right? And it was a scam. And how did I find out? Because they asked me for a commitment fee for the kits. And, you know, I did a little bit of research because I wouldn't have been the one to be putting up the money. My dad would have helped me because, you know, now that I'm not on drugs, like, it's a little bit easier, especially for an opportunity, say it was real, that I don't want to miss. It's a little bit easier to say, hey, Dad, you know, I need your help, or hey, Mom, I need your help. You know, I've always been a daddy's girl for sure, but I love my mom too. But, you know, I was telling my dad about it, and he said, well, if you can figure out that it's legitimate, like, I'll help you, but, you know, you need to find that out, because what happens if it's not? I'm just out $550, like, and I was fully willing to just be like, yes, like, you know, I don't want to miss this opportunity, and then I had to bring myself back down to earth because I was so pissed, you know, or I think I was already anxious about the fact that my thoughts were not, you know, correct. Like, I thought this was real and it wasn't, and I wasn't ready at that present moment when we were talking about it last week to accept that it may not be. I wanted to deny it and think, like, no, that why would they have put that much time into emailing me? It's like, well, it doesn't take much really to email and give details of a made-up scenario. People do it all the time. That's what con artists do, you know. So yeah, that hurt. And anyway, I'm just, you know, waiting for something to come to fruition that actually gives me an opportunity, you know, to expand and to, you know, maybe get noticed by somebody, or, you know, like I said, just get some opportunities that otherwise wouldn't be available. Because, I mean, I work hard at this, and, like, it's a passion thing, but it's also, like, I want to be able to do something with this. Like, you know, I love doing makeup, and if nothing ever comes of it, I'm still going to do it every day. But my goal is to, you know, at least be able to review makeup as like a part-time thing, at least a side hustle, you know, if it's not a full-time thing, you know. So just waiting patiently for somebody to give me a chance, you know. Not to the point where I'm happy where I'm at right now. I want more, you know, because I can't afford to buy it all, and I want it all. So, you know, I will learn how to swatch better, and I will, you know, continue practicing my artistry, you know, and expanding my artistry and doing different things, like as far as just like eye looks and stuff like that. So I just want somebody to give me a damn chance. You know, maybe it'll come, but I don't want to whine this whole video. So I need to pick a color to blend this out with, because I'm kind of not happy with how that looks. Like, that one looks better to me, but this one, I don't know, there's something going on here. So I need something to blend this out with. We're gonna take Loop from Michaela's palette and try to see what happens if I put it up here, just as a little bit of a buffer. And it gives me the slightest little glow that you probably can't even see, because my lights are washing me out a little bit from that distance. But I can see it, so that's what matters. And it's helping to blend the harshness out. So let's see if it'll do it on this side for me too. I'm gonna mix olive and dip into leather just a little bit, just to kind of darken up this a little bit more, because I just want a little depth in the furthest point in on my lid. Yeah, that's cool. That's better. Kind of what I was looking for. I'm gonna cut the crease anyway, so like some of this will get cut out, so it's no biggie. But I'm just trying to kind of get the depth that I want here. Get a little more olive. And that into into vintage. When in doubt, use a black or an almost black with your darkest matte, and you can kind of help it maintain its intensity and like fix the patchiness. I know what's going on. This pink goes further, and that's why everything looks a little different. Some more iconic on here, and just help this out a little bit. Sometimes you can just whip shadows on and have like an easy look, but like when I'm playing around like this, you know, and just getting ready, and even though I do need to kind of hurry up, like I like to go back and forth and perfect my blend and see, you know, what goes well with what and what color story and color combo do I want to play with, and like, does it work, does it not, does it need a different shade, can they blend together, like those type of things, because that's what makes me better as a makeup artist, like, you know, or just a makeup user, like in general, you know, those are the type of things that help me figure out what looks good and what doesn't. And I'm going to take Terra again, go back in with Loop, and kind of try to blend the edge a little bit again, because it's like looking kind of wonky over here, and bringing it in. And it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully it will look okay. Doing the same on this side. And I'll be right back because I'm going to kind of figure out what I'm going to do next. Yeah, I just took some micellar water on a P. Louise base brush, the 7072. And I'm just trying to do it so I don't end up with a line. I don't have to take too much product, because usually I use a Q-tip. I mean, sometimes I use a brush, but if I use a Q-tip, it seems to always gather right here and make a weird line. So I'm trying to just be a little bit easy with it. So I'm going to pull my mirror up and kind of get in close here. And sometimes you need to clean your brush off in between swipes, like right about now. I should probably wipe my brush, and I mean, that's on a makeup wipe, so there's makeup remover on it, and I can kind of proceed with that because I've already taken off a little bit of product. So now I'm just trying to go with the shape of my lid, and I use the eye socket in here to try to help cut the crease, and I think I'm like happy with that. I guess I'll just do a half cut crease, because I actually just looked at the time and I should pretty much be leaving in 15 minutes, but oh my lord, I'm never fucking ready on time. Alright, so I guess you really don't need to see that one too, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I just wiped off that same 7072 brush, and I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer on the open spots on my lid, and you just need a little. Sometimes I like to use less product and go in and tap it on, and then kind of like smooth it in the area you need it, and then tap it out some more, because I'd rather go in with less and need to add more than go in with too much, because that's when it becomes very weird and textured and like crinkly and not my vibe. So I have 30-year-old eyelids. They're not very crinkly, but they're crinkly enough because they're hooded, so I don't need more crinkles. So we do one eye at a time usually. Just smoothing it out, and then I'll wipe off my brush before I go back in with other stuff. And then now we're gonna tap everything out. Okay. And I'm gonna pick a shimmer and I'll be right back. Alright, now that's set a little bit. It's still a little sticky, so I'm gonna take these two Terra Moon shades, and this is Shattered Stars. This is so pretty. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's like very like peachy kind of in the pan. Kind of see when I tilt it this way, like a peachy green. And then this is Atlas, I think, yes. This is a nice bluey, sparkly, iridescent, beautiful shade. So I'm gonna take this on a pure brush. This is just a flat brush. Pure. I'm gonna pick up quite a bit on the brush. Taking it a little more. Then I'm gonna start tapping it here where it meets the mat up to the line. So pretty. And on the other side of the brush, I'm going to take Atlas, which is also very flaky, but and then put that on. It's more like a blue. But like, look at that. Alright, so I'm going to do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished that lid, and I'm taking DBJ 5 from the Don't Be Jelly palette and smoothing it on with a citrine BH brush on my lower lash line. I haven't sprayed the brush or anything, but these multi-combs are really smooth, so I really don't even need to. And I'm looking down at my mirror. Sorry, I probably just cut my whole application off, but yeah, you get the gist. I just smoothed it on just like this, and then blending it into Atlas. Yeah. Definitely liking that. So I am going to do liner lashes, and I will be right back. Hi. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? It's definitely giving bright green, like, or grungy green with the bright shimmer. Very iridescent, and I forgot to put earrings on, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm definitely really liking everything. And I will list everything below in the description. You know, like, you know for a fact that the highlight's already Lily. That's one thing for sure. And I did go ahead and use that Tequila Sunrise Morphe x Nyane. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's very talented, but yeah, don't know how to pronounce her name. And I did use my go-to, not the shade your go-to because that's my favorite, but I used I used Wild Ride Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink Liquid Lipstick, which is the outer color, with Virgo Velveteen. I think they're called Velveteens. The Lime Crime makeup ones as the middle kind of ombre shade. And yeah, pretty much everything else is like kind of my normal base products. So if you like this look, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you're interested in learning more about me, or if you're interested in more of my content, or you want to, you know, see other palettes, you could always leave some recommendations for palettes that you want to see me use in the comments, or if you want to just chat it up, like just anything. Just, you know, I love making friends on here who love makeup as much as I do. So anyway, didn't make it on time to my meeting that I was supposed to, but we're gonna maybe try to go to a 7 o'clock one. So I gotta go. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Toodaloo.